Hi, and welcome to the set of About the Authors TV. I'm your host, Jake Brown. We're excited to share with you a preview of a few of the upcoming episodes starring the best-selling authors in the world that you'll see in full this winter on seasons 1 and 2 of About the Authors TV. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoy.
Burglar books are, in one respect, the hardest to write because they have traditional mystery plots. There's uh, something that has to be solved, and I'm lousy at that. I don't know how to do that. And I just write from within the central character of whatever I'm writing. And so in the burglar books, typically there's a point where Bernie assembles all of the suspects and says, I suppose you're wondering why I summoned you all here. Well, I'm the one who's wondering because I usually at that point don't know what he's going to tell them.
Wow.
And I've been fortunate in that he's always come up with a solution sooner or later. But no, I don't know that any of the plots make particular sense or that one's better than another. I don't know how you figure that out.
In the case of Wellville and other historical novels, like the aforementioned, Outside Looking In, or Women about Frank Lloyd Wright. There are several of them. Inner Circle about Kinsey. I get become fascinated by these historical figures. In this case, I call the four of them my great egomaniacs of the 20th century. And I want to see what the effect of these gurus is on their blind followers, because I'm not a blind follower of anybody. And if I'm a guru, I'm a good guru. I don't want you to do anything except enjoy literature. I don't want you to buy anything. I don't want you to join my church. I don't want you to be a disciple. So that interests me a great deal. And those books come very closely from the research, because the history I discover is so hilarious and fascinating. The Kellogg story, for instance, all of that stuff is real, really happened. Even the Hundeboom technique, all of that is real stuff.
What happened with Hardy? This is all true. All of this is not fiction. Hardy, the name Dismas, because as I said, I was a good Catholic. It was a good idea, I thought, a great name to have him be Dismas, because that name resonates deeply for a certain type of person. And Dismas is also the patron saint of thieves and murderers. He's the good thief on the cross next to Jesus. And it's a very powerful image just by itself. Then we also have Hardy, clearly come from the Hardy Boys. And even overtly in, I think, The Mercy Rule, one of my books, I say that Dismas's parents, Tom and whoever the other Hardy boy was, Frank, anyway, and their girlfriend were actually married and had Dismas Hardy. So, I mean, he is in the pack of exactly, in fact, in the pack of what this guy should have been all along, And of course, he was a Marine, he was an attorney, he was everything you can think of. Does this sound like anybody you know? This is kind of what I went through. I changed so many jobs and everything else. But when we meet Hardy, he's already had a lot of interesting, not so good things happen to him.
One of the great mantras of all writers is that, Fitzgerald's expression, action is character. And you see a lot of action in dialogue. So when I was writing the dialogue for the Sandcastle Girls, I was always balancing action with education. The last thing the world needed was another memoir or history of the Armenian genocide that no one would read. So I wanted it to be a love story. I mean, think of those great love stories set in the midst of war. Atonement. Corelli's Mandolin, The English Patient. That's what the Sandcastle Girls is. It's a love story set in the First World War with the Armenian genocide as a backdrop. And so the dialogue always needed to do two things: move the story forward and or educate a reader in Indianapolis who couldn't find Armenia, much less Aleppo, Syria, on a map.